Welcome to the theFNtruth, where most topics are worth discussing, and I'm the master of none, but I'm a realist. I'm your host, Chris Hurst, aka CH, aka The Truth. Now, these are my views and opinions, so don't sue me. So now, let's go.
But the one from the media film festival, she explained to me, same thing. But then what she did, I'm like, thank you. She literally gave me a endorsement in her writing.
Nice.
Because she said the good life, and then said it was compelling. It was this. I was like, the way
awesome.
She wrote it.
That's awesome.
I was like, wow.
That's awesome.
Okay, this is cool. So that's,
right.
To me, that's word for laurel. Even though it's not an official one, but that, to me, that holds value because you still had to see it.
Right.
And in the way I look at it, even though I got buku no's, right? The way I see it, someone in Jamaica had to look at it in order to say no. Someone in Portland, Oregon had to look at it in order to say no. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's how I look at it. Someone had to see it to make a decision.
Absolutely. You're right.
Someone had to see it to make a decision.
You're absolutely right.
So,
absolutely. And plus, what you're doing because of this Me Too movement, it falls right in line with what's going on.
Right.
So you're in the right space at the right moment.
At the right moment, right.
Although it's an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
But this is the time.
This is the time.
That Me Too movement is real.
Right.
And so that's why your documentary is important at this time period. And
it's definitely an important piece. And the timing is right. You're right. It is.
So this is a short film?
It's a short film, short documentary.
Okay.
It's like some of the categories that I know that I got some of the laurels from were woman in film, like, best woman in film, best inspirational film. I'm trying to remember what best documentary, short documentary. But I've learned to now be a little bit more specific because of, like you said, it's not going to appeal to everyone, and I get it, and that's okay.
Right.
It just depends on what, like, for instance, I just received one where it's in a festival in New York called Love Wins.
Okay.
And it's like, it fits. There's one in Florida that I'll be in next month, and next month is March, which is Women's History Month. And it's a festival, our time celebrating women.
Okay.
And when the program director saw my film, she was like, I would highly encourage you to submit your film.
Okay.
Because I missed the deadline. Because that was something else. Another whole, it was in my cart. And okay, whatever, I missed it. So I reached out because my thing is, what we talked about earlier, closed mouth don't get fed, right? So I just reached out and I asked, listen, I wanted to submit it, but here's a link. And she looked at it and said, I would highly encourage you to submit it.
Nice.
And she gave me a waiver.
Awesome.
I was like, all right.
Okay.
And that was one that I actually did outside of kind of going through the system because we couldn't get it to work. I couldn't get the code to work. So she said, I already got you in the festival. Don't even worry about it.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, and then she sent me personal laurels and personal, acceptance. So,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, wow. But I'm learning to just, like you said, just being, what did you describe? How did you describe when I talked about when I saw my dad? I was like, yeah, all right. You said something like owning it or something. I know you got to go to rewind.
Yeah, I know.
Rewind. No, something about basically just kind of like just owning that space. So something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
But it's pretty much the same way at this point. It's kind of like, why not? Just the fear is no longer there. So like when I was younger and everything, was afraid about a lot of stuff and I didn't want to deal with stuff. Now I'm like, just bring it.
Awesome.
The only thing you can do is tell me no.
So, for the people in the Philadelphia area,
yes,
where can they see your documentary?
So right now, in March, they just missed the screening. So they just happened a few weeks ago, but there will be two screenings. Because this is another one I just got. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'm having a screening in Philly on the 21st, March 21st.
Okay. Tell them where.
March 21st, 1 to 4 at St. James Church, 199 East Tabor Road. So it's right off the boulevard. Go on Rising Sun and Tabor Road's right there.
Do you know the zip code?
19120. Trying to test me. But I know that's where you could. You know where else you can go? I can tell you where. Wait. I'll tell you where else you can go. You can go to the Good Life.
There you go. That's right.
You can go to the Good Life .2.eventbrite.com and you can register. And it'll give you all the information. Give you information about the film, about me, and about the date and time where
Give
it's
that
located.
again.
The Good Life DOC, put the number 2.eventbrite.com. That's it.
Okay.
And that's where they can find it. So that's where it's in Philly. But then for people in the New Jersey area or live in mid-Jersey, it's going to be in Trenton on the 30th. See, that's another festival I just got.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
So that's on the 30th. So
Okay.
that was another personal invitation.
Okay.
Because I just reached out. See, sometimes you just have to.
Absolutely.
You just have to reach out.
There it
So
is.
I had an opportunity to talk with. I went to a workshop for film festivals because I'm like, well, I guess this is the next thing to do. This is
Right.
what people told me. So I went to a workshop about film festivals. So they had four women
Okay.
on a panel who were program directors
Okay.
for film festivals. So they were sharing with us all the different kind of like ins and outs of festivals and how to program it. That's why I know about real estate. That's why I know the language now a little bit because I got to act like I know what I'm talking about just
There
a
it
little
is.
bit, just a little bit.
I got
So
you.
I kind of understand. So it's not a hard feeling if they say no because I understand from the programmer standpoint like what's their theme, what's their because sometimes. It depends on what they envision, how they
Absolutely.
want the festival to go, the flow of the
Totally
festival.
agree.
So
I get it.
they said something crazy like, this film ends with a feather. We want the next film to begin with a feather. No, seriously, they said it just depends, like how their flow, whoever's doing the programming, that's it. Cause they have different themes and they may have different panels. So you may fit,
Right.
you may not.
Right.
So,
Understand.
and then especially if it's, because you have a lot of shorts that are 5 minutes or 8
Right.
minutes, because the standard is about 8 minutes, 8-10 minutes. They can kind of maybe fit you in somewhere under
Absolutely.
whatever different kind of category. But for mine to be, if it's a feature, which is from what I understand, like 40 or 50 minutes or more, depending on the festival, it has to be really good.
Right.
It has to really, be impactful, have a message. It has to, aesthetically, it has to have everything together. Your shorts, you have a little bit of leeway, but it's still, once again, with it being a 30-minute piece, it has to
Yeah, keep
fit.
the attention.
Yeah, it has to fit. So, but in any event, I got the chance to have one of the directors view my film and critique it, and of course she ripped it all apart. I mean, like, ripped it. And I was just like, you're not telling me nothing I don't know already, but thank you. But that's effective criticism. I mean,
Right. Not everyone's going to like what they
right,
see.
no one's going to like it. So, but that's okay. But I still took in
Absolutely.
so it just validated the things that I already knew, because we're our own worst critic.
Absolutely.
But for her to, this is what she does, and she looked at it with a different eye.
Right.
Like, she broke it down to at 2.4 seconds.
Oh yeah.
At 2 minutes in this was like this, and then I was like,
I've had those critics too. I know
yeah.
exactly
So
what you're saying.
she was like managed every single millisecond.
People like that, you just got to say, okay, thanks, and keep it moving.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
But then I got a chance to have lunch with one of the other panelists, and we had a conversation. And she has a festival in, you should probably put it in there, festival in New Jersey. It's a pop-up.
Okay.
And then what they do is they have a discussion afterwards.
Okay.
So it depends on what their theme is, once again, because she pops up in Philly, Jersey, North Jersey, South Jersey, just all different places. So this just happens to fit the program this year. And when I was telling her about it, she's like, what is your film about? Which I have to get used to trying to figure out, because every time I say it, I say something different. So so when I was explaining to her what the film's about, and she was like, oh, no, we have to have you in our festival. Send me an email, send me a link, and just send it to me. And I did. And that was back in I don't remember when I went to I think I went in December. Yeah, it was back in December. So here it is. I just got the email like last week.
Okay.
Yeah, she was like, okay, we have you. Are you able to come up on March 20th? March 30th. We want to put you on a festival. March 20th, which is the day before my screening here in Philly. So it'll be in Trenton, New Jersey at Artworks, I believe, from 7 to 9. That's free. Both of them are free. I don't have the address. You're going to have to Google it, look it up. But it's in Trenton, Artworks.
What's that date again?
March 20th, 2020 from 7, it's a Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then on Saturday in Philadelphia, in the Alany section in Philadelphia, because we're talking about sections, 199 East Tabor Road, St. James Church, and you can go on Eventbrite. Just look up The Good Life. TheGoodLife.2. Reason why it's 2 because it's the second screening. It's a community screening and panel event, so you'll get to meet some of the cast, people that were in the film, people that kind of help on the production side, and just people in the to help with this whole, like you said, Me Too movement kind of thing. Professionals, and we're just gonna have a conversation about it afterwards. So yeah.
Now, where can people contact you personally?
They can contact me. Just Magnify Your Essence. Everything Magnify Your Essence. All social media platforms. That's the best way. And if you need to email me, just magnifyyouressence@yahoo.com. So
you said Magnify Your Essence?
Yes. All one word.
All one word. Magnify Your Essence.
Magnify Your Essence. Yes.
And that's on.
Believe it or not, I'm on Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
All of that is Magnify Your Essence.
Yep.
Okay.
Magnify Your Essence.
That's Carolyn Wilson, and her handle is Magnify Your Essence.
Yep.
On basically all
social media platforms. I'm Googleable. That's a word.
Anything else you want to add to this?
You can also go to Amazon.com and BarnesandNobles.com for Magnified Thoughts. That's my book.
That's your book.
That's my book.
Okay.
Yeah. And it ties into The Good Life. So it's kind of like everything is in reverse. So I did the book first, which is kind of like the end, kind of, or the middle. And now The Good Life kind of takes it all the way.
Cool.
And it kind of just pieces it all together. So yeah.
Okay.
All
so
things
Amazon.com.
Yeah, if you go, if people got Prime, you can get one of my book. Amazon and BarnesandNobles.com.
And the name of the book again?
Magnified Thoughts.
Magnified Thoughts.
A transitional journey to discover your amazing you.
Okay. Anything else before we shut it down?
No, that's it.
Okay.
But thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I thank you for coming through and sharing your story. People in the Philadelphia area, support her. Go see her documentary called The Good Life. It's in Philadelphia at the St. James
Church, 199 East Tabor Road, Philadelphia, PA 19120, from 1 to 4 on a Saturday, March 20th. Yeah.
March 21st. Or is it
21st, sorry.
March 21st.
Yeah, March 21st.
She's busy, y'all. She's busy. She's blowing up. But that's all I got for today.
You said it. I did.
Right.
There's no shade on my end.
Right. You know, I'm the low end dude, so y'all can follow me on Instagram.
I'm on your show.
At theFNtruth. Or you can see these videos on my YouTube channel, which is ChrisHurstProduction, all one word, Chris HURST Production. Or you can see these videos on my Facebook page, which is theFNtruth Podcast. And again, this is another episode of The Effin' Truth. And this is Chris Hurst, and I'm out.